Hello everyone, it's Lady Irene with another BJD video. This one is the Messy Tag. It is 7 questions long, so let's begin. Number 1, confession time. List the ways that you are messy in this hobby. Looks back at bookshelf and realizes it hasn't been organized in a while. And there's bags everywhere and it's really bad. My organization is lacking because I just haven't had time. Given the new current situation of our world, though, I guess I have plenty of time to figure this out. So it's pretty bad. So my dolls are kind of just sit right in the current moment. I just moved the bookshelf, right? There's a bunch of doll props in a doll chair, and then my dolls, I just sit them on top of it. Because I don't have, by the time I get done messing with my dolls, it's like 3 in the morning. Like right now it's 2:30 in the morning, so I'm just like, ooh. So I just sit them on top of it, and then I have a smart doll in pieces right now because I'm trying to clean her up and fix her, and she is just on the bottom shelf at the feet of my other dolls that are my SDs. There's a bunch of clothes and stuff in bags that are just on the side of the bookshelf that are not very organized. It's bad. But if I needed to find something, it should all be in that tiny little area. So hopefully it's not that bad. It's pretty bad. Number 2, what do you find the hardest to keep tidy? Clothes. Cause like once I get my dolls situated, they can like sit in chairs or pose in ways that I find fun or normal. But like clothes, I've never had a place for them. I have a place for eyes, I have bags for wigs and they're in a box, but like clothes are just like, they're put in a bag, the bag's never big enough, and then they're put in it's a Ziploc bag so I can keep it airtight, and then I put that in like a smart doll bag I have because they're great for storage. But there's no like hanging up clothes or anything, which I see people do and I'd love to, but like, oh, that's effort. Number 3, how do you store your BJD clothes and props? Wow. Please share what you do and offer any tips. I'm the one who needs the tips. So I try to put okay, so if I have clothes for a certain doll, I like to put all of them together. I definitely don't mix my doll sizes, but I also don't label the bags I put them in. Yikes. But they're all in a smart doll bag, and honestly, I don't know what's in what bag. I've seen some really good stuff, but you can look on YouTube. There's some really good tips you can do to organize, and I need to, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Number 4, do you have your dolls out on display? If yes, do they have a permanent space, or do you move them around? I do not put them out on display. I can't protect them from the sun when I have roommates, you know, if they want to open a window and they're not knowledgeable about it, or rather someone invites someone over and they make some really nasty comments, and I'm just like, why? This is a common theme. I don't keep talking about this. It's not like I want to keep bringing this up, but it's like, common theme is friends come over and insult your stuff and you're just like, oh. But they have a permanent place on the bookshelf, and it's now in my room. It used to be in my living room, but I didn't like how I couldn't access it whenever I wanted, in case there was an event going on in my living room, I don't know, friends being over. And my friends understand that sometimes I just don't want to socialize, so they can come over and hang out with other people in the apartment, and they understand that it's not insulting that I go to my room the entire time and maybe pop out for a few comments and then go back in. So yeah, just oh, well, what if I want to access my dolls during that time and I can't? So I wanted them in my room, and now they're in my room. So yay for me. So their permanent location is on a bookshelf behind a black out curtain and in my room. Number 5. Have you ever bought something for your dolls and it ended up with a different purpose? Okay, so I don't know if this qualifies, but it is a fun story. My friend bought a cooking set, like a cooking doll set, and it was like super cheap because it was from AC Moore. Is that the arts and crafts store that just went out? Anyway, point being is, so I got it recently because she lives in Raleigh, so it took a while to get it. And Raleigh, North Carolina, sorry. I forget, people might not know where that's at. But point being, and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. There we go. People are like, okay, but what is that relevant to you? Not my city. But anyway, it came with a recipe for the best cupcakes. Yeah, the best cupcakes, right? And it was on a tiny piece of paper that's to scale. And it's an actual recipe that you can bake. They are the most okay cupcakes in the world. We ended up cooking them, or baking them rather, and we ended up eating some of them. And I was just like, this tastes like cornbread without corn. Yeah, imagine that. Cornless cornbread. That's what those were. So yeah. Technically, it was for the dolls, but we actually used the recipe for a real life cooking. They were not good, as in, like, I have had most definitely better cupcakes. For the world's best cupcakes, they are not that good. Number 6, unfinished projects or works in progress that have been left out can sometimes be considered messy. Is there anything you are working on at the moment that is taking up more space than it should? No, I know I said I have a doll that's taken apart that's at the bottom of the shelf, but it's contained to the doll area, so I don't see that being a problem. And when I did work on Jensen, being a 70 centimeter and doing all the modding to his body, I kept it, not while I was working, it was super messy, but once I was done for the day, I cleaned him up and put him in bag. Like, I like to keep the pieces separated in bags so I know what's what. So, you know, if I wasn't working on it, it did not sit out. So I'm actually pretty good about that. I don't want to be because my apartment's so small, I don't want to be a burden to other people, because apartments are tiny here. Alright, last question. Is there anything you would love to do with your dolls but can't due to space? Dioramas would be great. I couldn't even store them though. What else? Just having like a workspace to do doll stuff and like not having to put them up every time. So it's really tiring for me to take my dolls out and put them back. That's like half the effort of messing with my dolls. Especially if I'm doing clothes or something. And that's just because, like, I have not poor motivation, but, like, I don't want to say I tire easily, but I can tire easily. And if I didn't have to take them out and put them back in, I could probably do more with them, with the amount of energy that I have. There we go. So I would like to have like an actual workspace. Oh, you know what? I have Ryuga, the Resin Soul Pixie, who's still in pieces like 3 or 4 years. And I just haven't had the space to work on them. I haven't had the material. I haven't had the time. I need to get the material. I have time now. I need to stop saying I don't have time. I didn't have time, but now I do. I need to utilize it. Y'all better be doing doll stuff right now, because if you have the time, like if you are forced to be at home, please tell me you're doing doll stuff. We always complain that we don't have time for it, but we love it anyways. Now is the time. So that is the final question to the Messy Tag video. I will, in all the tags videos, I will link the video I get them from or the website, because the next ones are not videos. They're just questions on like DeviantArt and Flickr actually. So I will see you guys in the next BJD video. See you then. Bye.